Alrighty then, chat. Hello. Hello. I am here. It is K-Tag stream. And it is even a K-Tag art stream. I know. Crazy, right? One second. I gotta pull the mic. Doing the art stream setups are always really whack. Cause essentially, how to explain? I have like an L-shaped desk, right? So here actually I can draw it on the screen. Um So I have an L-shaped desk that kind of goes like this, right? This is the desk, and actually, I guess I can. One second, we'll get a little bit fancy with it and make it an actual shape, right? So it's like this, and this is me right here. I usually sit like right here, and then like I have the screen there, one screen here, one screen there, and then I got like a screen over here, and then over here is my drawing tablet, right? So it's like, let's see, how do I we'll do like a little bit of art. There we go, like a little paintbrush, right? So that's my drawing tablet. Now my microphone, the base of the stand. Oh no, where'd it go? There it is. The base of the stand is way over here. It's over there. Um, and so usually when I'm streaming, it kind of like the arm kind of goes like this. That's the mic, right? That's usually how it works, and, it works fine. Now when I do art when I do art streams, what I have to do is I sit more like over here, down over here. "Hello, Percy, you need an L-shaped." It is really nice. I do think it's really nice. So I sit over there, and then I have to stretch the microphone rather than being like this. It goes like all the way like this, barely reaching the drawing tablet area, and able to to be able to hear me. So it's a bit awkward. It's a little bit awkward to use, but it's not the worst, you know? It's not the absolute worst. We make it work. We make it work. One second, I'm gonna take a bite of my toast. I was getting a bit hungry, and like literally like 5 minutes before stream, I'm like, ah shit, I need to eat something. Let me go get something real quick. So I'm gonna mute so you don't hear my munching. All right, but so today, um, one second. All right, bread consumed. Today, I'm just gonna try and like mess around with art stuff for the channel because there's a lot of things that have been on my oh my god, and also the issue with the setup like this is that the microphone stand, it does fine when it's close to me, but when I have to stretch it all the way, sometimes it starts like falling lower than it should. And so it like slowly keeps sinking down. And so I have to then like push it back up. And that's really fun. That's my favorite part. But alas, but what I was gonna say is I got a lot of things we can do. And I gotta do emotes still because I'm super lazy. I gotta do a couple of the later month badges, but that's not a priority. You have 2 tables in the shape of an L setup, but you might need to rearrange your desk setup more like mine so the sewing machine is on the longer table. Oh, yeah, yeah. Actually, my desk setup, there's one more weird thing about it. Um, so I've recently got a keyboard because 'cause I'm trying to learn keyboard, and then also it's capable of doing MIDI controller stuff because I wanna do some, music production with it eventually. And so I have a keyboard that kinda goes, like, right here as well. And then my normal keyboard is like right here and my mouse is like right there. So it's very cluttered, but yeah. Yeah, having the section note down here for like the sewing machine would be pretty good, Percy. I highly recommend. I also have it's like a standing desk as well, so that I can press buttons and it goes up and down. That was it was a bit expensive, but it was I think it was a good purchase in my opinion. Keyboard the long way. Yeah, that's, like, the only spot I could make it, like, work without, like, fucking up literally everything else. So it does its job 'cause, the screens are, like, slightly elevated, so the keyboard's on, like, one level and then the screens are above it. So it ends up working. in the end. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Yes, we're making assets for stream and like all that brainstorming for that because I gotta do emotes. I gotta do. I want to redo my panels because I don't like them anymore. Um, just to redeems and stuff. That's not necessarily an art thing all the time. Sometimes it's art thing. It would be nice sometimes to have that though. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. And one of the things that I really was gonna just use to start off the brainstorming session kind of stuff is the little intended mascot character that you may or may not know about, depending on if you look at the emotes and such. But this is supposed to be like my quote unquote mascot character that isn't just me. Because you see, for the emotes, I need a character with eyes, because believe it or not, eyes can be quite expressive and emotes need to be expressive. And so I can't use myself for the emotes because I don't have any, you can't see my eyes, bro. And so it kind of is hard to, make emotes of that. And so I have a mascot character that kind of fulfills that purpose. And I've been like working, I've been like experimenting with them as to like what they look like, et cetera, for like a while now. Honestly, probably over a year. I think it's been over a year since I started streaming. Which is actually, has it been a year? Probably has been, I think. Um, it hasn't been a year since I've been affiliate though. I know that much for sure. Actually, yeah, no, because it's definitely been over a year. Because technically, I had the option to be affiliate last February, and then I just was super lazy. Um, but anyways, yeah. So I wanted to use Wisp as I call them because they're a little like ghosty thing. Um, as my, I wanted to use that as my kind of anchor for making a lot of my other things. And I'm kind of initially, at least for right now, I'm thinking I'm gonna start with like I just want to draw Wisp more to get an idea and kind of like solidify my idea of what they look like that I can then use for emotes and such. So I'm probably just gonna like do a bunch of sketches of Wisp, and maybe I'll convert some of them into panels. I can like put them on like kind of like how I have my current panels right now, where it's like the word and then the character next to them. I can do something similar to like that, but hopefully like add a bit more variety so they're not all the same. But yeah, this is my. I did this sketch earlier today, and actually, let's get rid of the let's get rid of the L desk setup. um, I did the sketch earlier today, and I'm pretty happy with this one. I kind of like how it looks. But once again, it's a situation of I have to look at it again in a couple of days to truly know if I like it or not. But you can kind of see some of the evolutions. Like this, there are even older ones out there. I don't dare show the evolutions of those ones. But this is the one that I have on my panels right now. And so I kind of have the key. You can see the key parts that I still are keeping. So you got the weird little like I don't know head bob thing. I don't know what to call it, but you got that. You got I don't know. It's kind of like I don't even know what kind of hairstyle to call it. It's I don't know, dude. And then you got the like ponytail ish ghost hair thingy, and then you got the flower. The egg roll. Yeah, the no, it's like those, the hairstyles, like, in, like, the greaser, like, where they get, like, it pokes out. It's not like that, it's not actually like that, but it's that vibe. But, yeah, the egg roll, as Percy has so lovingly named it. It comes with egg roll. But, yeah, the flower, the eyes with the flames inside, I kinda like that instead of just normal pupils. Now you get what I'm saying? I'm glad you understand. And then you got the scarf, and then you got, like, the point. I'm not sure if I'm always want the pointy, like, ghost, I don't know, I don't know what you wanna call it, but, like, like how like, the Pac-Man ghost have that? It's kinda like that. And then so that was the first one, that's what currently on my panels, and I also had, like, a bit of color differentiation in the center of the face, so it's kind of like the core of the ghost or whatever. But then I scrapped that because it made, coloring really annoying, and I think it kind of makes the face weird. So then we tried this. We did this as like an initial sketch, And I started so you can see I got rid of the little, like, blob in the middle. We still have a lot of the same things. I thickened the wisp ponytail thing, so it's less of a ponytail and more of just, like, flowing hair that goes up, and I kinda like that more than the ponytail. I think I like that a lot more. And then, I added some stripes to the scarf, so it has a little bit of texture there, and I like that too. I think that was pretty nice, and so I kinda wanted to just improve because 'cause I'm not entirely happy with how the other one looks, and so then this is the newest version, and I'm pretty happy with it. I also added, like, little, these things on this whoops, where is my these, I don't know what to call them, like, streaks? I don't think that's the right word, but, like, on the edges on some areas to kind of add a little bit of variety. I'm debating if I want that or not. For now, I'm keeping it, but without it, it kinda looks like this, and it looks a lot more plain, which isn't necessarily bad. It's not necessarily bad, but, I want a little bit of oomph. And then I also tried actually, like, rendering the flower out a little bit more than over here, because over here, it's literally just whatever the hell this is, dude. It's like a bunch of spikes. But now it looks actually kind of like a flower petal. Um, I also want to add so in the other one, the scarf, comes out the back like that, right? But I'm trying to figure out how to do it here, and I'm just not I haven't been super actually, that one wasn't the vague shape of that isn't too bad, but, like, I'm just trying to figure out how I want that to be because I kinda want it there as a little bit of a adds a little bit more as well, but I'll think about it. I'll keep this actually and then maybe come back to that later. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm just gonna sketch some of these. Um, I'm kind of happy with how this one looks actually. I like it quite a bit. And so I think we're just gonna try and here, so 1 second. I gotta change my music. I think I'm gonna just try and do some more sketches of Wisp and get some like I guess I don't know poses is the right word poses, emotions, that kind of stuff. And then we can kind of like experiment and see how that goes. And then eventually, I don't know if I'll get to it today, but eventually I want to revisit emotes because I got to make new emotes because I still got a lot of open slots. And then B, I want to redo some of the ones I already did. So, I got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff going on, boss, but it should be pretty good. At least I think so. And it's been a while since I've drawn actually. Like I did some D&D token stuff for like my players and some things, but like I haven't actually sat down to draw a lot recently. Although I had slowly started to um oops. Um what's there we go. Um I had slowly started to try and, like, mess with slightly different stuff with style and whatever. Like, recently, I've been so beforehand, I had, like, a brush that did like this, where you could, like, pressure to change the, uh, size of it and, like, the width, and that is nice, and it makes it really flowing, but I've been actually trying one where the brush doesn't really change, uh, with pressure anymore, and I'm kinda liking it, actually. Kinda reminds me of, like, when you see, like, animation shows, they usually have, like, even lines, and so I'm kinda liking that as well, and then when I need to, I just add a little bit of thickness to spots, and that's been going pretty well, I think, so I'm probably gonna stick with that for these drawings, and then also, that remind another thing, so I was talking about, Wisp being the thing I'm working on right now, then I also I wanna redo my model again because believe it or not, this current one is intended to be semi-temporary, although it's been several months at this point, but eventually I want to, get set up myself with another model that has a little bit more going on than this, a little bit. But that's not the immediate goal. But that is my overview of what I'm trying to be doing, boss. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead, uh, grab this image here, and then I'm just gonna kinda put that off on the side for more reference, because you can't go wrong with more reference of your stuff. So, let's see. We got that. Very nice, very nice. New yeah, new model announcement. Release date? I don't know. You're gonna have to wait a long time for that to happen. I have to remember what my buttons do on my tablet again. I know what most of them do, but I forgot some of them. Like, this one turns everything grayscale, which is very useful when I'm doing colors, but, yeah. Okay. Oh, 1 second. This is not the song I want either. I should really, like, set up my Spotify playlist to actually I should actually set up playlists instead of having this, like, giant blob of thousands of songs. Because sometimes the transition between them, not really the vibe I'm going for, believe it or not. I know that sounds crazy, but I don't always want to doing that. Let's see, is this okay, there we go. Um, but yeah, I think okay, actually I should also turn it down a little bit. I can barely hear myself think. I'm gonna give myself hearing loss. All right. So I'm kind of going with like the eyes first. I find that first get like vague proportions in. I find usually I only need to do like two heads tall about. And then I kind of do like eye and I'm trying to go I've been liking the uh more up I don't know how to describe it, vertically shaped eyes than the horizontal ones. So if I were to go like this, like that, like that's pretty nice. I like that. So this one makes the eye kind of like twitch, little twitch eye here. Maybe we could do something with that. Maybe this is like the rules panel. Now, what would I want for the rules panel for like the pose? I feel like, do we want anger? Do we want angry eyes? Let's see. Bum, bum, bum. Let's erase that real quick. Meh. I kind of like that. I kind of like that idea. Let's see. What's the best way to do this without completely fucking it over? I'm gonna duplicate this layer so that I can have it again for later in case I uh regret my decisions. But for now, let's do this. Do 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 do. Erase, erase, erase. Erase, erase, erase. Have an angry rules, because when I think rules, I think anger. What does that say about me? I don't know, but that's what I think. And then we'll go like this. Yeah, I like this one. I like how this one's looking. And then we got the flame. Maybe the flames are a bit higher than usual. Nah, 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 nah. We can keep it like this, I think. Do do do. I think that works actually. Yeah, that looks good. Um all right, then we got to do the face. This can be this is honestly quite frankly just like a lot of luck for me. With I just keep putting down lines until I'm like, yeah, that one looks good. And it can take a while, it can take quite a while as I attempt to draw a bajillion lines. My favorite. Don't you just love drawing like a million lines up lag? A million lines over and over again? It's by far my favorite pastime, really. Maybe I should use a stabilizer on this. How's that look if I do that? It does look a little bit better. So maybe I'll stabilize this one. Although it's not always guaranteed better. I think that one's good. I think I can work with that. Um, and then let's see, mouth probably like this. What if we do? What if we just do like spiky? Spiky teeth. Hmm. I don't know. Let's see. Teeth like that maybe, and then it goes up, down. Nah, 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 nah. Or we could just do like, like that. But I'm not sure I like that either. I kind of like the spiky teeth. I just have to figure out exactly what angle I should be doing with it. Like this. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. Let's move on to the rest of the body. Um, so next I like to do the swirl, I think. Swirl's probably a good one to figure out. Because it's a pretty big part of the design, honestly. Now the thing is I need to make sure it doesn't cover too much, but it also can't cover too little. It's a perfect amount. You gotta have the perfect amount of swirl. Otherwise, everything goes to shit. Like that one, that's not enough swirl. I need more swirl. More swirl power. See, like this one, also not enough swirl, I think. It needs to be a little bit more like vertical here, I think. Mm, mm. Okay, actually, maybe not that vertical. See, this is where we get to just okay, that one, that right there, that's a good swirl. That's the perfect swirl. That's what everyone's been wanting. That's what the people have been raving about, Chad, all right? It's what the people want. Now, and then also add this the sides of the face as well. That seems pretty good. Kind of clean up this side as well a bit. Kind of comes in. If I can get a line I like for once, please. That'll do, and then we can just clean it up a little bit there. Oh, no, that was too much. Too much. Alright, how's that look? That looks good. I think this one looks pretty decent. I might make the eyes a bit bigger, though. Just a tad bit bigger, you know? How's that look? Mm, mm, how's that? Ooh, my one issue with this is we're gonna have to move the inside of the pupil, the flames, so that it doesn't touch the other line, because that ain't it, boss. I ain't a fan of that at all. I'll tell you what. But I think we have something somewhat promising. Um, let's see. So with that, we can then do let's clean up the eyes then. Let's just do redo the flame pupil here. Oh, redo this part. Erase all that. And then that should be a good fix. There we go. That's pretty good actually. I like it. I love it. Me likey. And then honestly, I'm gonna redo the pupil over here too, because I don't want the flame to be too sharp. Otherwise, it ends up just the black takes over most of the eye. And I don't want that. I kind of want it to be a little bit uh more spread out, if that makes sense. There we go. That seems good. And then we can get rid of this. How's this look if we do all that? I think I'm pretty happy with that. I do think, the swirl might be a little bit too high up. I might need to bring it down. Mm, let's see. Go like this, come bring this down, and then if we go like this, that's not too bad actually. I think that's fine. All right, let's redo this part. There we go. That's what I really want. Um, let's see if we go like that. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's real good. And then this goes here. Mm, I think okay, we're getting close to how I want it to go. I just need to make it come down a little bit more so that it doesn't, I need it to go a little bit lower, and I think that's a good amount right there. Yeah, actually, one more thing. Let's try this. Oops, like that. Yeah, there we go. I like that. I like it. I love it. I love it. All right. So next on KTAG's list of things to do is to leg. All right. Next on KTAG's list of things to do is to we gotta do the flower chat. We gotta add the flower. I might change the style of flower, but for now I'm just gonna do what I did earlier today, which is just like a simple four petal kind of thing like this. Like that. Keep it simple, you know? There's no reason to be too fancy with it because that's another part of my entire like design I've been trying to do with this character is I don't want it to be too complicated because I'm gonna need to be able to emotify it, and if I ever want to do like animated, because I think it would be really cool to have it like on stream, and it could be like I don't know if I would ever do a TTS spot, but I could use it for like things, you know? I could use them for things. I think the eyes need to be bigger. I think the eyes are too small. They're too ding dang small. You know, I'm gonna redraw them completely actually. So like this, and go like that, and then go like these, and then we go like that. How's that look? If I go like this, does that look all right, or am I gonna hate it? Guess we'll find out. I hate it. I hate it. Put it back. Put it back to what I had before. Undo. We're just gonna increase the size of this and hope that the difference in line sizes isn't too disturbing to me. Which honestly, I don't think it is. I think it's fine. It's not too bad. Um, cool. And then I guess, ooh, should we do like the little like cartoon anime where you get like that on your head? I think that adds a nice little bit. I think I'll keep it. Now the question is, do I do two or not? Do I do three of them or four? That is the real question. I think we're gonna try four. Let's see what four looks like. Yeah, I think four is good. We're gonna do four. I have decided. The greatest number of all time. Everyone knows number four is amazing. Oh wait, actually I just realized another thing is like the top of the hair. How much I guess the panel can hold all of it. I also noticed that the top of the hair I kinda hate. I might redo this real quick so that it's a little bit more like interesting looking. I don't know. What if I do that? Mm, I don't know how long I want it to be. I think it's fine with just one curve in it, like one main curve. It's just how much of like all this other nonsense do I want to be doing with it? You know? These are the real tough decisions here. Yeah, I'll just keep it like this. It's not that big a deal. I don't think the top of the hair really matters that much. What if we do like a zigzag though? Nah, nah, nah. We keep it like this. Okay. So that's pretty I'm liking how that's looking for now. Um so I'm gonna save actually, oh wait. I gotta decide if I'm gonna do sharp teeth or not. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to I guess oh wait, okay, this looks like it works better for the sharp teeth. Mm, up, down, all the way or no? Mm, you know, we'll come back to the teeth later. All right, let me group all these lines so that because I want to group them. That way I can clear up my uh clear up my layers a little bit. Because god damn, they're awful. They're so ugly. Otherwise, they get so incredibly messy. All right, then we're gonna add a little scarf, gang. We love the scarf. So that way it matches my own like little scarf slash shawl thing. I guess it's not really a scarf. It's more of like a shawl, if we're being honest. But you know what? We don't get into the details. Let's see. Um, how's that look? I think that's pretty decent. And then we add a little line there to indicate that it's somewhat folding over itself. Maybe on this side. And then we'll do lines to kind of like simulate where I want the stripes to be, like this. Boop. There we go. Yeah, that's kind of nice. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, now comes the real craziest part that I always. Oh, actually, I shouldn't do the scarf yet. I just realized. Um, I guess I'll keep it in case I like it. We'll just hide it because I have to do a pose. I can't just do boring. Ooh, body go like this, and then we go like this, right? I gotta choose a pose that they're doing for the panel. One sec, I got a cough. Oh boy, that is a good reason to drink water. All right, that's better. Um, but yeah, I kind of want. Let's see. What if we want to have like arm to the? Oh, maybe the arm is pointing at the rules. Ah, yes, of course, that's what it is. Clearly, the arm is pointing at the rules. Look at this, and then we go like this, and then we go like this, right? Yes, that's there we go. We got it, gang. It's that simple. It's really that simple. And then we just get the little like that. And then I guess we would move it around a bit. Maybe like this. This is vaguely what I need it to look like. It's pretty good. All right. Let's get some more defined lines in. So I think this is good for the arm over here. Now, if we go like this, that means we then need to adjust the scarf so that it actually pushes up a little bit because the arm would be pushing it up. Because I need my scarf physics to be very accurate. You know, if they're not, I'm going to be very upset, and I'm not going to be able to live with myself. There we go. That looks better. I also kind of like when it has like a straight line like that and isn't perfectly curved. I like a little bit of that. You know, some different curve slash straight things. I guess we'll curve this part though. This little right down here. Maybe a little bit more. Oops. All right. Please tell me this doesn't look awful. Zoom out. Hmm, it doesn't look the greatest, but it doesn't look that bad in my opinion. Especially because it's a scarf, so the fabric can kind of like like it can look a little bit. If it looks imperfect, it actually helps make it look more like fabric. I feel like so. At least that's what I tell myself, you know? That's what I tell myself to sleep at night. And then we go over here. We go like, whoop. There we go. I think this looks good. Which side do I want the. No, I think I liked it on the other side more. So let's go this way again. Like this. Oops. There we go. I'm going to redo this part right here, though. I don't like that. There we go. Yeah, okay. I'm liking this. I'm liking this now. Um, now I think that's good. Let's see. And then if we put the body, boop 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 boop. I guess I gotta decide where that connects to there. So I want to be 1, 2, 3, 4. I think is the ideal number of little spiky bits. I want it to come in a little bit more though, I think. Like this. Yeah, I think that's good. I like that. I like that. Um, or maybe more like this, right about here. Then we connect that like this. Mm, I really see. Here's the thing. This is where we get because I kind of want to raise it even further up here, like this, you know. But I don't know if that makes sense or not, you know. Maybe like right here. I could see this being like that, and then we go like this. Hmm. Maybe it comes more like this though. Yeah, I think that works. Let me just connect that tiny bit here. Very fun stuff, chat. Very fun. And then, we'll have the pretend like rules word right here. Rules. Yeah, actually, maybe even we do a little bit of dynamic, right? Rules like this, right? Ru- So it goes over the R. Maybe. I don't know if that actually worked out that well. I'm gonna be honest. It kind of looked weird. Maybe like this, that. Yeah, that's not too bad. Although I think because of the way the panel sizes work, it would make more sense to have it be up here probably, up top. So like this, like that. Oh god, that was a really badass. I could barely even make out what that was. Okay. Oh wait, and I completely forgot about the freaking. We gotta have the front end of the scarf. Silly me. How could I forget about that? How could I forget about a crucial part of the design? And then it kinda, like, comes off in the little. I like the little stringy bits, you know? I enjoy them. Alright, so that's good. And then over here, we're gonna touch up the lines. There we go. Oh, I don't like that one. It connects to the arm. That is not good. No, 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 no. I need it to be slightly off center there so that it doesn't touch that line to confuse me. Yeah, this is better. And then maybe clean up this one as well and then put like one here and then just put like a small one over here as well. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good, Chad, if I do say so myself. I think the body is a little bit shorter than what I had in the one to the left, but I don't think it's I don't think this is the most important time for that, so I think it's fine. I will accept it. One thing I won't accept though is this mouth shape because the mouth is kind of lining up with that line, and so I need to adjust it somewhat. I guess we can just move the mouth a bit. Yeah, that kind of works. Although I really like it being off center. I enjoy off center mouth. But if I move it that way, then it's lining up with the other line. This is a conundrum shit. Actually, I think this is fine. I think we'll be able to be okay with this because when I go back to do coloring, um the the lines of the scarf are going to be a different color. They won't be black. And so that will solve that problem. Where did I write rules? Which layer was that on? Over there. Okay. I should label that layer so I know to get rid of it. Labeling layers? I know, crazy, right? I don't believe it. It's what, they tell you to label layers and that's how they get you, you know? You start off labeling layers, next thing you know, you're going to be writing a book. It's crazy. Actually, what I should do is I learned that you can press R to then just click on the something, and then you get the layer it's on. There you go. Look, that's way easier. Holy moly. It's that simple. All right, I want to review the teeth again. The teeth. Hmm. Yeah, actually, that's like this. No, I think I like it more when it goes all the way from the bottom to the top. I think that's fun. That one's honestly not too bad. It makes that area a bit busy, but it might look better once I start coloring lines different color. I don't know. Maybe. I'll just keep it without it for now. Um, Next thing on the agenda. Let's see, where are my scarf pieces? There's this, okay, there's scarf number 1, and then where's scarf part number 2? There you are. All right, so I'm going to start making some lines here, some stripes. Boop, 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 boop. That seems good to me. Seems pretty good. The stripes aren't perfect, especially this. Actually, maybe we touch it up just a little, so that it's not so weird. Make it like that. Actually, more like this, and then like that. Yeah, that's good. Um, and then I guess what we could do is we could add the little edges, edge lines of all the curves that I did on the other one, and then maybe we'll keep them, maybe we won't. Who knows? I sure as heck don't. I sure as heck don't know. But guess what? That's not my problem because I simply do. I do not think. Um, let's see. We got that. Actually, maybe I make this one a little bit thinner because I feel like since the body is so small, I need it to be a bit thinner than I otherwise would normally do. Yeah, I think thinner was better in this case. Um, and then we'll add one up here. Oops. There's one. And then there was like one right about there I did as well. That's good. And then one here. Pretty much wherever there's like a curve that goes like that, I'm gonna do. Maybe even one up here. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we'll do one line right there. That could add some like interesting color over there. Very important I say to really improve my line drawing. Look at that. That's perfect. The gnome really helped. Actually, it didn't. I lied. It's not the shape I want it to be. There we go. That's better. That's more like it. And then, oh, it's lagging again. Critter, stop lagging, please. Please have mercy upon me. Here we go. That's pretty good. I'm happy with how that looks. Yeah, the body is, it feels a bit short now. We might redo the body. I might have to redo it, boss. Not all of it, just a little bit. So I cut off this part, so it's separate. And then, isn't this fun, chat? Aren't we having so much fun? And then the body, we move it down a bit, is what I'm thinking. So like this, like right about there, probably. And then that part's down here. We move that down as well. There we go. That seems good. And then let's see. Select, deselect. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking this body size a lot more. I just have to connect it to the arm, hopefully without me like hating how it looks. We shall see. I think we actually might change the angle of this one here since it's way lower. So we get like this instead. Mm, decisions, really. Mm, no, maybe I keep that angle of maybe like this, maybe. Meow, meow. Yeah, I can make it work still. We'll do this. Why not? Have it kind of go up like that, maybe. So maybe the arm actually needs to be touched up here in this case. We need it to be like a bit thicker down here. So it goes like this. Hmm. 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 You know what? Sure. Why not? Why not? I don't see why not. And then this, we'll have to extend that a bit so I can actually do that. Perfect. Awesome. And of course, my microphone has been falling all the way down. God damn it. I really gotta like find a way to make it not do that when I'm drawing because it's very annoying. I don't like it. Me no likey, believe it or not. All right. Um, 1 second. But I have to do this. Oh boy. All right. How about that? Maybe that's better. This might maybe oh wait, maybe this is it. Okay, it's a little bit weird, but I think it's dropping less. I don't know. We'll see. Um, but I'm liking how this one's looking so far. I just have to let's see. Where is the arms? There you are. There's the arms. But what I really need is the body. Oh my god, it's falling down again. Microphone, why? Why must you do this to me? Please. Please don't do this. Okay? I thought we were friends. I thought we got along. I'll have to make a note to myself, be like, all right, K-Teg, fix the fucking mic stand. Because you can't keep living like this. You can't live like this, K-Teg. You deserve better. Because it keeps going, and then I have to hunch over to get into the microphone. It's very sad. You wouldn't understand how sad it is, chat. It's so sad. It's the saddest thing ever. Trying to decide how I want the other arm to be looking here because hmm, I don't like how I think I want it to be a little bit the tiniest bit thicker down here. So if it goes like this, maybe. Mm, I don't know, dude. I honestly don't know. I think it's because I needed to go towards the armpit more. Maybe that's my issue with it. So it needs to be more up like that. Yeah, I think that was the issue. I think once I pointed it more towards the armpit, I liked it more. Crazy how that works. Crazy how things vaguely resembling anatomy, you like them more. And then this needs to go up as well. Okay, I think this is I'm kind of happy. I think the arm over here is smaller than this arm by far, but don't think too hard about it. Okay? Don't think at all actually. Okay? I'm not paying you to think, chat. Just exist, all right? Just exist. I'm gonna move the flower down a little bit so it covers. Actually, can we make the flower a bit bigger? I want more flower. More flour for my dough. And then we erase this. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot, actually. And then we're actually going to add a layer of um, shadows, essentially, where I thicken some of the lines because I like thick, dark shadows. They're my favorite. So put that there, put this like right here. And then I guess we would need to thicken up the flour as well. Oh, 1 sec. Whew. Oh boy. That one came out of nowhere. All right, let's try. How's that look if I do this? Mm, not exactly what I want. Let's see if I do. I'll revisit that, the flower shadows. Let's do some of the other ones here. Like that one's a pretty easy one to just do and be happy with. And then this one, and then this one. That's pretty good. And then I guess I need to do underneath the uh this as well. Underneath the scarf. That's what it's called. I know what a scarf is, chat. I know articles of clothing. Hello, humans. Fellow humans? Although technically, I guess demon, fellow demons? Any demons in the chat? Let's see. Oh yeah, it looks so much better when you thicken the bottom line here. So add a bit of shadow. Um, but that's all good. I think I'm happy with how this one's starting to look. And then maybe like a little bit more there. I think that's good. What else do I want to add? What if I add a little bit of shadow like right here on this side? That kind of helps separate it from the body. Oh wait, one of the lines down here is not it's not connected because it was from I had it shaped differently earlier. Ah yes, of course. Of course. How could I be so foolish and forget? All right, I think that looks good. And then I guess actually, where is there's this part. I need to fix this as well because it was starting to come off the side and I need it to connect better. There we go. That's way better. All right. Hmm. Are we happy with this look? Chat, what do we think? I think this is pretty good. I think I very well may be the greatest artist ever. Who knows? Don't contest that though. Don't think too hard. Um just debating if there's anything I want to also change here. I don't think there is. Actually, maybe we move I know I moved the body down a bit. What if I move it back up a little bit? Just a little bit, you know? Just a teensy tiny ittle little bit, you know? Just a whittle bit. And move this up as well. How's this look? If I do that. Is that any better? Um mm, I know it sounds crazy, but I think it's like there is a difference in vibe if I make it slightly shorter. Mm, decisions, really. I think we'll keep it longer. I think we'll keep it longer for now. That seems good. Now, question is, do I want the angry teeth or not? No, I don't think we do angry teeth. I think we just keep it. Do we do like the one pointy tooth though, like this? Mm, that could work. That might be fine. Yeah, I don't see why not. That works for me, boss. Um, okay, sick. I'm loving it. And then we're gonna go touch up the colors. I'm kind of happy with the colors I did over here. So I might just run those back, honestly, because like I said, kind of happy with how those looked in the end. So I might just run those back here and then that'll be one potential panel done, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice. And then hopefully during the ad break, I can hopefully figure figure out a good way to keep my mic stand from continually falling down. It's super fun. In fact, I'm gonna go do that now. because ads are gonna start in like 10 seconds anyways. Actually, I can just force them to start now. I'm gonna do that now. I'll be right back, chat. BRB. All right, chat. I'm back. I think I solved the mic issue. All right. I think I've managed. So I it was very fun. I got a pair of pliers and I just tightened the joints of the mic stand so hard that I will probably never be able to untighten them. But I think it's not falling down anymore, or if it is going so slowly that I can barely even tell. They call me the DIY god, all right? I'm the greatest DIY person to ever do it. All right? What will I DIY next? I don't know. There's probably a little project. Actually, I do know something I want to do. I need to back to the conversation of the L-shaped desk. One second. Where is that drawing I had? Did I have it or did I delete it? I think I deleted it. Damn it, I deleted it. I'm pretty sure. Fuck. Whatever. But back to that conversation. Uh so my L-shaped desk, oops, that's not what I wanted. Right? Looks like this. That's an L. Um and I currently have my keyboard like this. But this is the thing, hear me out. I don't like how close I end up sitting to my screens with it in that position. So, what I wanna do is I want to, like, get some kind of thing, like, I don't know, maybe like a flat wooden piece or something, and make the L desk have, like, a little platform here. That way, I can then move my keyboard here, and I am a comfortable distance away from the monitors, right? You feel me? That's the goal. That's my ultimate goal, but, I have to, like, actually start working on doing that, but, I'm a bit lazy. I'm a little bit lazy to do it, you know? But one day, what I'll probably end up doing is I'm probably just gonna get, like, a large package one day with a large cardboard box, and then I'm gonna cut one of the sides of the boxes and just use that, and call that good enough, you know? It's good enough. It's good enough. It gets the job done. It gets the job done, and that's all that really matters, right? We don't need to think about any other parts of it. Ain't that right? Ain't that right, chat? All right, let's get some stuff colored in. I'm a big fan of this blue green cyan color, you know? I feel like yeah, that's a pretty common ghost color. The blue green. Or maybe we get really wacky with it and we say that our ghost color is orange, you know? Orange ghosts. I guess there is Pac-Man, you know, isn't what's their name? Clyde is Clyde the name of the orange one? I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember any of their names. I just remember that one is called Clyde, and I think it might be the orange one, actually. I think it legitimately might be the orange one, and that's the one thing I remember, which is honestly an achievement in of itself because who really needs to know the lore of Pac-Man? Not me. I haven't been to an arcade in God knows how long, so why would I need to know? Not that you really need to know to play the game, but and this is where everyone says, "Oh my god, I can't believe K-Teg doesn't know the Pac-Man lore. Worst streamer ever." Real story. Real story. Bow, bow, bow. And I'm actually so glad I'm doing this. This is pretty fun. I'm getting in the vibe space, gang. Let's see if I go like this, and then I do that. And then what I really, really, really want to do, right, beyond just making the panels and emotes, is I want to eventually have Wisp on screen. I mean, I'll probably do that soon, anyways, like vaguely soon. Just not the way I fully want it done. But what I want to do long term is to have it be like not exactly a Tamagotchi, but like interact with redeems to do certain things. I think that would be cool. So like rather than hydrate just being me drinking water, I like Wisp dumps water on my character. That would be fun, right? You gotta make it immersive. We need the immersion. I need my immersion streamer. Okay, okay, K-Tag. I need my immersion. And so that's why K-Tag can't be talking about being a streamer because obviously he's a devil. You gotta have the immersion. You can't break the immersion. Or maybe I am just a devil who streams because I got nothing better to do. Who knows? Now, I guess should we make the little anger bit should probably be reddish, right? Yeah, because we're gonna gatekeep Pac-Man if I don't know the lore. Yeah, yeah. Everyone who knows all the Pac fans, the Pac fans, they're crazy. They go crazy at you if you don't know it. I fear for my life. Oh, and then another thing I want to do on the stream. This is very much something I would work on off stream though. I want to. So earlier I mentioned how I'm trying to do like music and stuff, or like not music fully, but like learn a basic amount. It would be cool if I could make like a BRB tune, you know? Even if it's really shitty, even if it's really shitty, then it becomes, rather than it being something pleasurable, it's to punish my chat. All right, punished chat. And honestly, when does chat not need to be punished? The answer is they always need to be punished. Quite frankly, um, yeah. You got that, chat? You hear that? I hope you understand. All right, I think that's good color. Um, and then we go here. Because I did a little bit of music production stuff. Like I worked, I did some Ableton stuff a while ago, but I haven't touched it in like, I want to say a year. It's probably been a year. So I got to get back on that. I got to get back on that grind. I got so many things I got to do, Chad. It's the list keeps piling up. And then I got to actually one day actually do my do my YouTube because I haven't done shit with that in forever. But it'll happen one day. I swear. I swear it's going to happen, guys. I swear copium. I need to make a copium emote. That's what I got to do. Cuz copium is a key part of the KTEG stream. Everyone needs to cope while they're here. I know I be coping every day. See if I put that there. Is that good for the shadows? I think that's better than what I had before, if I'm being honest. Maybe like this. How's that look? Hmm, I think this is good. And let me just add this as well. Maybe like a little bit of build up there. Maybe not there. Maybe more like this. Hmm. Maybe here. Percy, why are you gulping? What are you gulping for? There we go. That looks good. Or does it? Or does it? Or do I absolutely hate it? Nobody knows. This looks fine, actually. I think it's good. All right, next. Back to the coloring. Back on that coloring grind set. Let's get the scarf colors in. Oh wait, I also got to figure out where I'm putting the, because chat has to be punished. Unfortunately, yes, chat for their transgressions shall be punished even more. Streamer dies in video game. Chat must be punished. When anything happens, chat gets punished. That's just how it is. That is the dynamic here. All right, that's good. And then we add the other color. Where is it? There it is. It's a very similar color that I actually half the time barely even can tell the difference. But then the other half of the time I can tell the difference and I like it. So, I think it's one of those things where like if it works, don't mess with it and just keep doing it, you know? It's like when it's one of those situations where people are like, "What the hell does this, like, weird random code even do? It doesn't make any sense." And you're like, "Don't touch it, bro. Just don't touch it. That actually is a load-bearing spaghetti code. You don't wanna mess with it. You don't mess with the spaghetti code." See, that's looking good. That's looking real good. I actually might get rid of the color of the anger of the head anger thing, forehead pop. All right, and then over here, we go ahead, we can color up the flower. Oh, that's not the color of the flower. That ain't it. That ain't it, boss. What the heck? I don't even know what kind of flower this would technically be. Because my original design with the pointy scribbles was a rose. But I'm gonna be honest, chat. I'm not a florist. All right. I don't know jack diddly squat about flowers. I know um vaguely what a rose looks like. I know it has thorns. I know what else do I know? Nah, that's about it. I know flour is used in baking. No, that's different flour. But I don't know that much actually. So I'm just kind of like going with vibes only. Oh wait, actually I gotta use a different color. So I used a different color over here. Oh wait, what the I had it in erase mode. Whoops. But I'm sure at the end of the day it doesn't matter. And then someone's gonna be like, "Hey Tag, what's the what kind of flower is that on your mascot character so I know what to use for XYZ thing?" And I'm gonna sit there like, uh uh they're gonna catch me off guard and I'm gonna be sitting there like an idiot. That's what's exactly is gonna happen. Guaranteed, for real, for real. No cap. Fur fur. I gotta remember to keep saying fur fur. I'm gonna force people to get it stuck in their brain. And once it gets stuck in your brain, I win. I win cultural victory in Civilization 5. You can't stop me. It's all over at that point. And that's good. And then I gotta color the lines though. Let's see, where are the lines? Show me the lines. There they are. Dude, honestly, the art learning how to click on a piece of the art and it taking me directly to that layer, greatest thing I ever learned. I don't know if there were many other better things I learned in Krita than that. Actually, mirroring was pretty good to learn, and then the black and white mode was also kind of nice. That helps with coloring, but I still think that this might be the greatest one. You know, I'm gonna clean this up right here a little bit. Mm, okay, I like that more. I think I just don't like how curved a lot of it is looking. I need it a little bit more pointy. You feel me? I need my pointy lines. I don't need my curved lines. I like pointy. Simple as. Oh, I'm missing a bit of color over here. That's not good. Can't have that. Let me clean that up. Boop. There we go. Look at that. Ain't this looking nice? Ain't this nice? And then we gotta add the color for actually I should grab the lines here if I can. Where are the lines? Lines, come with me. I'm kidnapping you. Come down to this layer, please. There we go. And then, um, what was I gonna do? Oh, yes, I was gonna change the color of them. Duh. Um, one moment, please. One moment. Why did I choose that accent? I don't know. Where did that come from? I don't know. But, these are the things you don't ask. You don't ask questions. You just accept them as they are. Random tangent that my brain just thought of. I was like, you know what? Part of me is like really tempted to play Pokemon Pokopia, but I'm able to be held back by the fact that I don't own a Switch too. And then I'm like, K-Tag, bro, you're not gonna spend $500 on a Switch 2 just to play Pokemon Pokopia. Because quite frankly, I'm not really a Nintendo fan. This is like one of the few ones where they've convinced me. They wormed their way into my brain just this once. All right. Otherwise, usually I'm vigilant, but I'm like, you know what, this one could be really good, but $500 is not what I'm willing to pay for a single game because I doubt I would play many other Nintendo games on the Switch. So maybe I would play the newest Pokemon as well, Wind and Waves, I think it's called. But that would be about it. I don't think I would. There's many other things I would initially want to play, and that's why I'm hoping. I really need like a new cozy-ish game, but not like how do I? I need it to be like a Stardew kind of one. Not no. The thing is, I have a very particular taste. I'm a big fan of the cozy horror type of subgenre, which is why I really liked Creature Kitchen yesterday. I feel like it was very cozy. It didn't actually really have that much horror, but it was like the vibes was vaguely menacing, you know? I need my games to be vaguely menacing. That's my criteria. Yes, that is the criteria for K-Tech to play a game. I need to feel vaguely threatened. Let's bring these ones down. Boop, boop. Bring these down. And then I'm going to change the color. Boop, boop, boop. And then let's see, where's my fill button? There it is. Boop. And boop. All right, cool. So that's the scarf done. At this point, I think I mostly just need to I might just touch up some parts over here because I think this would be a little bit thicker in terms of shadow. Mm, eh, maybe here as well. And right there. Yeah, I think those are okay spots to add a bit of shadow. Um, let's see. What about like here? Mm, I might thicken this the the anger mark. I don't know, the vein pop, I guess is what I would call it. Is that the best way to call it? I don't know. Thicken it so it appears harder or better. Yeah, I think this is looking good here. Maybe I get rid of this part though. I'm zooming out to get, a true feel of how it looks. And I think I'm liking it. Um, I do want to add, see, where are the eyes? That's not the eyes. Where are the eyes? Where did I put those? Nope, not there. Here? No. Actually though, game. Where did I put them? Like game. This isn't a game. This is. My brain is cooked, Jet. I'm so cooked. We're so cooked. Add like a little lash, like right there. Nah, I don't like that. Boop. What about that? I kind of like that. I like it going down like that. It's kind of like, I don't know how to describe, like, when I feel like usually villains have this where it's like, it goes all the way down like that, you know? But we're not gonna do that here. We're just a little bit there. Just a little bit of that. Um, that seems good. Adds a little bit of, more stuff to the face, you know? You feel me, boss? You feel me? Alright, and then we're gonna clean this up a little bit here. And then I think I'm generally pretty happy with how this looks. And then I'm just gonna add an outline to it so that, it all the outside is a bit thicker. Let's see how this looks, alright? And then invert it, and we're gonna grow it by, like, 2 pixels. There we go. That fill it? Oh, no, that was erase. Oops. How about now? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, chat, look at this. This is what we want. Actually, what if we do only 1 pixel instead of 2? I'm just curious how that would look. Oh, wait, there's a bit right here that I don't like. We gotta fix that. I must fix it. Boop. There we go. That's better. Um, let's see. Actually, I should probably do that after I do this part here. There we go. And then select. What if we actually? Oh wait. What I should do is I make the layer first, right? We make the layer first, then we fill it. Genius, truly genius. How does he come up with these amazing, revolutionary ideas? Nobody knows, really. No, I think 2 pixels is the perfect amount. So when you select grow 2 pixels, boom. Select, deselect, zoom out. And then where's the rules? Put the rules there. I think that looks good. Oh, actually, one more thing I could do that I actually should do is I need to figure out. I don't know that I want the swirl to be a black line like this. I might want part of it to be a different color. What color exactly? I don't know. Just not all black. I know that much. Let's try using the same color I use for the highlight pieces. See how that looks. Um, maybe like a darker color actually. Maybe more like, let's see if we go here like this, like that. Maybe like that. Select, deselect. Because I don't want it. I want the black to mostly be separating pieces from other parts. Mm, I think we'll just keep it. I think we'll just keep it as is. I don't really care that much. Doesn't look too awful. All right, chat. There is my first drawing of today on stream. You may clap. You may clap now. All right. Do I want to draw rules and do I want to just type it in text or do I want to like draw it out? That's the real question, ain't it? I'm not sure, actually. I'm really not sure. Mm, let's see. What am I feeling? Let's see. If I were to do rule, let's see. If we go like, how would I even want it to look? Ooh, make it really, really crappy letters. Look at this. Oh, so good. Rules. Ah, yes. It's so good. And we're gonna spell it with a Z because that's what all the cool kids do, right? Rules. No, 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 no. This might be, yeah, I think I'm probably gonna just do separate text for it. Although actually, I don't know. Maybe it would look nice if I did it by hand and I actually like somewhat tried. because then it would look kinda similar in terms of the stroke of the, uh, pen, if that makes sense. Mm, what I could do actually, 'cause I don't hate it. I don't hate it, and I feel like if I were to do, like, an actual font, like, just type it out with text, it wouldn't feel as good to me. So I think I just need to I'm gonna do this in the future, but I think I'm gonna come in and actually, like, words oh god, words help. Actually write it out later, but I think that's good. So that's rules. This is the rules, uh, wisp. Very nice. Let me just save that so I remember. Rules Wisp. Make that a group and then save. All right, so that's rules. What's next? Let's put you off to the side here. So that was rules. What's another panel I have? I think I have credits, schedule, and about. I honestly have no idea what I would do about for about. So we might do either credits or schedule. And I have some ideas for those. I have some ideas. Because I'm thinking for for freaking I'm gonna copy this and put it to the side. I'm thinking for credits, we do um like a paintbrush and a what is it called when you have like the paint on that thing? It's not the easel. Easel is what you put a canvas on, right? It's the thing that you put the paint on, and then you put your paintbrush on it, and then you go and then Bob Ross is like smack the devil out of it or something. You know what I'm talking about. You get me. As long as you understand, that's all that really matters. So I'm thinking we do like a paintbrush in that and paint for the credits, and then schedule. I'm thinking schedule either like we have Wisp glancing down at like a wristwatch, maybe, right? So like then I would have to figure out how would a wristwatch even look on Wisp, you know? I feel like this, maybe? But I don't know that I could make it look like a wristwatch very well if I'm facing because if they're facing towards us, right? Like this is my really simple sketch. I don't think that would look great. So we would need to see the clock to some degree, right? Which means they would be looking away from us though, which I don't want that either. So either I'm going to do them looking down at the wristwatch or we just have them pointing at a calendar. But I feel like pointing at the calendar is less interesting than the wristwatch because I feel like the pointing at the calendar is literally the same thing as pointing at the rules, but slightly different. Right? So, hmm, maybe there's oh no, no, my freaking mic is still falling down just much, much, much slower than it was before. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ain't that something, gang, huh? Ain't that something? All right, let me see here. Wait, I forgot my tea. I gotta drink my tea. One sec. Ah, delicious, delicious, delicious. Ugh, I'm so tired. That dude, chat. Like my sleep schedule is fucked right now. I'm working on fixing it. Maybe we'll take a second. We'll take a little break from uh take a break from drawing, and we're just gonna sit back and yap about shit for a bit. Because oh my god, my sleep schedule is just cooked. Because well, I went to bed at like 1 a.m. and then I woke up at like 9 a.m. But I'm trying to wake up at like 8 a.m. It's like a whole thing. It's like a whole dealio, my friend. Because what ends up happening is like I'll be doing stuff, right? You be doing stuff, and then, um, it's time to go to bed, and then I'll be like, "Alright, I need to stop thinking about," but then I start thinking, "Alright, here's what I'm gonna do for, like, my things tomorrow." Like, I start prepping tomorrow, and then all of a sudden, boom, you know, it's now 1 AM. And so what I've done, this is my master plan, is I've just put on, like, random video game related video essays, and I just put that on my TV, and then I just kinda, like, watch, like, 20 minutes of that, and then that knocks me the fuck out. And that's the master plan. That is the K-Tag sleeping method, patented. But yeah. Um, let's see, what else? Hmm, I don't know. I don't know what else I would go with. Maybe we actually don't do the next panel next. Maybe we just do some doodles to inspire potential emotes, right? Like, what are the emotes I want to do? I think that is a good question. It's a question everyone wants to know. Yeah, let's just doodle some emotes. I guess we can just doodle for the rest of stream. Probably for like, I don't know, another hour. Um, yeah, we're just gonna doodle stuff, I think, is probably the best bet. So that's what I'm gonna do. Let me delete this. All right. So if we do schedule like this and we say, oh, like bloop, 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 and then arm coming out here like this, wristwatch. Or I guess that's probably a better way to do it. Oh, that really doesn't look good though. Ugh, how do I make a wristwatch look good when it's facing the other way? I guess we could just make it not face the other way. We could do it like this, maybe. So that's like the clock, right? And so the wrist is like that. Hand is here. Boop, boop, boop. And so we can then kind of have it be like we're still open this way, right? Where do I want the what do I do with the other hand? What do we do with our hands? Maybe we do like hands on hip. This is my amazing sketching looks. Nah, I don't think we do hands on hip. Maybe point at the watch? I could maybe see that. Mm, no, maybe we just have the hand at the side here. Yeah, that's probably the best option. Keep it simple, you know? Yeah, honestly, I think this isn't a bad position for it to be. The eyes need to be a little bit more angled to the left, right? The head should be facing probably more like this. So we go like this. Oops. Oops. Like that maybe. Oops. And then like this. Not exactly like this, but you get the vibe, I think. Um Man, I don't know how I managed. I like how these eyes look. I'm gonna be honest. I did like how they look, but they're just not the right angle I'm looking for here. And then like that maybe. That's kind of what we're going for. But yeah, I think this is probably the best way to go about it. So, and then what would the mouth look like? Do we just we do like a blank face, just unamused with the schedule? Or do we do a smile, right? Are we happy? Maybe we should be happy because the previous one was angry, or maybe the happy is for the credits, and this one's a blank face. Yeah, I think it should be blank because it's like when you're sitting there waiting for something, you're just kind of like really bored. It's kind of that vibe, right? Because you're bored while you wait for stream. Because stream is when things get exciting. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like it. I can work with this. I can work with this. And then we'll just kind of like boop, 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 boop. All right, that's a good sketch. I'm happy with it. Let me write that down. Schedule with sketch. All right, cool. And then let's see. Oh, I just realized I never did the other part of the scarf, did I? Hmm. Because we could still add that to the other drawing, like this drawing right here, where like we have scarf kind of going like this or something. But I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure about it really, because I think it doesn't look bad without it. It honestly works just fine. But I want like a little indication that it's there, you know? Just a tiny, tiny little bit. But for now, we'll just ignore it. It's fine. That's what I got copium. I tell myself it's fine. See, that's why I need a copium emote. Because I say copium way too often, quite frankly. All right. So that's a good sketch there. Um, Let me combine that in there real quick. But this is pretty nice, you know? It's a good way to just force myself to try shit. So that's the schedule. I should say schedule. Oh god, that is so bad. I gotta work on my handwriting. I haven't honestly, realistically, when is the last time you have to like really write something? Not very often. I feel like most of the time you just gotta type up emails and stuff. You don't gotta write Jack Diddley Squad. You know, like this, and then you go like woo, woo. There we go. Maybe maybe we get rid of the schedule letters and then we put this in there. Oops. And then we go like this. And then like this. Quick sketch of a flower. Boom, 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 boom. That looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the sketch. And then I keep continuing to work on it despite not needing to do that at all, really. But I can't stop once I've started. See, I'm happy with that. I like it. I like it. So that's what we'll do for the schedule. For the schedule. If we decide to be British. Because I think that's how they say it. All right, schedule wisp and then painting wisp. How am I gonna do painting wisp is a good question. Hmm. Hmm. Hum. Because what I'm thinking is obviously we need happy face. Maybe we even have the face kind of like cheeks up, so the eyes kind of look like the cheeks are pushed up, and then we have a smiley face. I want it angled though. I think we need an angle because this one's straight on. This one's looking to the left. So I need one that looks to the right, probably. Or actually, that's a good question. Should all my panels have them on the left side? I might need to flip. Hmm. No, I think it's better I don't know. We'll see. But I think I want them to face a direction and then we can just flip it later if we need to. So we'll say it's facing like this way. Like that. Oops. Eyes a bit too big. There we go. And so then we go like this. I feel like the eyes are really big for this one, but I feel like, that's okay in this case. Actually, no, that's way too big. The eyes are just too big. We need them to be proportionally smaller. Okay, that looks more like what I would want. That looks better. We don't need to go too crazy with it. and then maybe like this. Mm, I'm not sure exactly how I wanna do the mouth actually, because we don't have a lot of space, so I need to, like, use a little bit of that, you know? But I'm not sure to what degree. Mm, I think that looks fine. And then so that would be that, and then we want, like, one hand kinda, like, going this way, like that, and then have, like, the paintbrush in hand like this. I don't even know what I'm doing to draw a paintbrush here. There we go. And then the other hand, maybe other hand's also kinda, like, outstretched, and then it has this thingy right here. How does it even look? I honestly don't even remember, but we'll just put it like this. This'll do for now, you know? I'm sure this'll work just fine. There we go. Look at that. And then we go like this. Boop, 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 boop for the scarf. And then the face. Meow, meow, meow. And then we go like this. Shoo, meow. The neom, very important. As I said earlier, the neom makes my drawing better. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Ain't that something? Ain't that something, gang? Let's see how this looks once I zoom out. I'm happy with the vague ideas of the intentions of that sketch. You know, we could definitely work on proportions some more there. But I think overall, you know, the idea, the vision is there. I can see it in the stone, you know, like when those like stone carvers for various marble statues and such. They words, oh god, words help. They have to like plan all that out ahead. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. One sec, I gotta drink some water. All right, I'm back. We have returned. Wowie, wowie, kaplowie. All right, so that's those two. Let me type that up as the credits wisp sketch. That's pretty good. All right. Um, so we got those two. Let me get those out of the way. Put them down here. You two can hang out down there. How about that? What other panels do I have? I think I have the about. Do I want any new panels? Not really. I don't think I really need it. I do actually need to redo the commands panel because I deleted it because I fucked up all my commands and broke them all. Um, but I think I don't have too many new commands yet, so I need to actually like set those up before I remake the commands panel. Plus, I don't even know what I would do for the for the design of the commands panel. Um, like what would you do? I don't know. You could do like like a computer terminal, right? There where they're like typing away, but that wouldn't the angle on that would be kind of weird. But maybe that's the one panel we can have where Wisp is facing away from us, right? and then I'm then forced to try and think about what does the back of Wisp's head look like. A forbidden idea, a very fearsome idea of that I have no fucking clue as to what it would look like if I'm being honest. And then you have like the computer screen here with its text and all that, right? And then hand, body, blah blah blah. I could see that working. You know, it would be an interesting one, but that's a future day kind of thing. That's a future K-Tech kind of problem. We're gonna keep all the tough stuff and push it off onto future me, because future me is a sucker. All right, he's a sucker who can handle everything, and past me is an asshole who keeps giving me more work. Present me is the best me. All right. That's how it works. That's how the time situation. That's how you rank them. All right. Um. Actually, oh my god. Hello, Moikoi. How's it going? It's a good way of looking at it. That's the best way to look at it. That's K-Tag's number one rule in K-Tag's self-help book. I gotta publish a self-help book that is just not very helpful. That's gonna be rule number one. But what my brain was thinking of was that this one right here, this sketch right here, particularly, I don't I wanna say it was like an early 2000 thing, like Facebook, like a Facebook mom type thing, where there's like two little characters and they have like I think they like give each other a fly. I don't know. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But it reminds me of that heavily. I think because of the eyes. I think the eyes remind me of that a lot. That was very coherent what I just said. But anyways, what kind of emotes do I want? You know exactly what I'm talking. See, if you know, you know. If you know, boss. It's that simple. Oh yeah, Moikoi, your drawing you were working on today, it's pretty sick. I like the what's the best way to I don't know the word. I wouldn't say is absurdism the best way to put it? I don't know. It's a very unique uh composition. The little characters that were super popular in the emo community. Yes, those ones. See, you know it. You know it. Let's see. What kind of emotes do see? Okay, I have to redo my emotes completely now. Cause let's see. Do I have my old? Here's my emote work file. There's so many. There's so many. Let's see. These are the ones that This is one of them, right? But I hate it now. I don't like it. And then this is another one that is real that is currently on the channel page. Um, yeah, that one, this one. I want to redo this one. But these are this was one that I was possibly gonna do, but I'm gonna redo it again. But you can I don't know if you can see my layers over here very well, but it's a whole mess. Thanks, dude. I've been working on it for a bit now. You're gonna try and spend more time on it later. How long have you been working on that one? I'm guessing a while. But here, chat. I'm gonna show you some behind the scenes right now of me having various emote ideas. All right, so I had so this is one that I was thinking of doing. This was one. This is like I don't know. This one I don't. I like the vision behind the vibes, but I don't like how it looks. Same thing here. That's just another one of that. This one's another one of the crying ones. Um, there's one in here that I'm just like, why the fuck did I draw that? Let me find it. Oh, I have this one. We got a little top hat and an evil monocle and a mustache. Let's see. I got this. This is all my sketching, brainstorming stuff. Oh, this one. Wait, no, no. This is another little like cat mouth one. What's this one? Ah, I hate that one. I don't like that at all. That one's makes me hate that so much. Spent 7 hours total, but in days probably 22. Oh, yeah. Maybe it's the mouth for the one you vibe with. Well, maybe. But this one right here, I don't know how this one came to be, but it's both horrific and amazing at the same time, you know? I feel like it really has of an energy, but I just need to take that energy and refine it. The ones so the 2010s. But yeah, this is my probably my favorite slash most hated of my unreleased emotes. And I think it's kind of like that like judgmental. I feel like it's like judgmental, you know? I think that's the vibe it's going for. And but it's like judgmental slash taken aback, you know? And then I think that's the last of those ones mostly. But yeah, that's how the cookie is made, chat. But we're gonna completely ignore all of those, and we're going to work on redoing some of the redoing slash revamping the style of the emotes. Quite a bit of emotes, yeah, and none of them are on my channel. I use none of them. I actually have some more. Now that I think about it, I do have more. Let me go find them. I think they're even for because what happens is I make a group whenever I want to throw something away, but I don't want to fully delete it. So I have a bunch of old groups of even older stuff, I think. Let's see. Um this was a really early prototype. I hate it. Um this was an early sleep prototype. I actually have a lot of this style ones where I literally just had the mascot be like a circle, and then I hated that one. This is a dink donk, a really quick sketch of a dink donk. I need a dink donk emote though. Roll them out, boss. No, 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 no. These ones are dead. These ones are dead to me. But the ideas can be reused. What was this one? Oh, that's my copium emote. I need a copium. I really need a copium. And then we have a noted here. That's a noted emote. But I also, with a lot of these ones, um, they're when I was using a different type of brush, and I really hate that brush now. So I like my new brush that I've been using more. I like it a lot more. So that's what I'm going to use today. But what I'm going to do in the meantime is first I need to change the background color to be this color because I like this color more for my background. It's that simple. I also need to save my last project. Oh yeah, and then another thing that I had queued up to possibly work on today. What do I draw in? I draw in Krita. I'm not a I'm not a Clip Studio Paint or a Photoshop guy. I'm like, all right, I've used Krita for so long that I'm like, I'm just gonna keep using it. I'm gonna keep on keeping on. But another thing I was possibly working on was an overlay for like when I'm doing drawing and stuff, or like something more chill. I want to have like a overlay that where it kind of zooms out a little bit, and we just have the uh whatever screen capture only take up part of the space, and then maybe I don't know if I'll ever do it. Maybe we'll put chat on screen. Who knows? Maybe chat gets a voice on screen, or maybe I silence them forever. Who knows? Who you never know. But I think this is like a the overlay is a less important one necessarily. I don't need to do that. I can kind of do that whenever. But I do need to work on the emotes. I really gotta fill those in. But now I have to sit here and think. You gotta make one too. You like the overlay? Thanks. Yeah, I was kind of going for like somewhat of like a bohemian-ish vibe. I don't know. This is it's not oh, I dropped my pen. That's not good. It's not exactly like how my apartment looks, but like I have a lot of blankets and pillows all over the place. So it kind of looks like that. And that's kind of the vibe that I'm going with my character as well. So we make it look a little bit like that. And then we put some candle. I don't have candles though. Candles, believe it or not, Not good in an apartment. Not a good idea. Although I do have wax melts. Oh my god, okay. I'll talk about it after the ads because those are gonna start vaguely soon. They're gonna start somewhat soon, according to Twitch. But after the ads, I'll have to talk to you about wax melts because that is like a whole that was like a whole year-long obsession, and I still like them, right? But for a year, I was like super into them. All right, that was like my obsession. You're a fan of incense? Oh yeah, yeah. That's I think it's almost like my family, my parents would like do put incense or whatever, and so maybe it's just a learned thing. But I'm gonna go use the bathroom right now. I'll be right back. Let me put up the BRB. BRB. Okie dokes. I'm back. All right, Shan, I'm back. Did you miss me? But also that BRB asset reminded me I also need to update that as well because that's using a slightly older version. Well, not it's a very old version, but it's a some of the accessories on that character are not the same as current me. My current evolution. I grow every day. All right. Now, do I do emote or do I do emote panel thingies? How long ago did I make it? Honestly, I don't know. I want to say maybe, you know what? Let's see. One second. I'll be right back. I gotta go. Actually, I guess I can pull the microphone. Let's see if I can find my file explorer. Um, We're doing some detective work. Let's see. Where do I store it? Probably here. See, it's so old that I don't fully remember where I put it. Maybe in here. Is it here? Here? No. Here? Nope. That's not it. It's is it? Hmm. Wait, here? No. That's not it either. Wait. Oh, wait. No, no, no. I think it's here. One of these ones. Yeah, it's one of these ones. Okay. I made that one in the year. That's the one I modified it. When did I first make it? Um, if the files are to be believed, I likely made it sometime in December of 2024. So year and a half ago, probably. That's that one. That's how long ago I made the BRB asset stuff. But things times have changed, all right? I say times have changed, old man. It's been a while cuz my old model had rather than the cloth blindfold that I'm kind of doing now, it was like a metal thingy, and then I said, "Wow, that is awful. I hate it." And we updated some other pieces as well, and then we gained hands and legs. That's why Ella used to be like, "K-Tag, you don't have hands or legs." That's the deep lore right there. Actually, one second. I gotta turn on a light. I can't be living in pure darkness. There we go. That's a little bit better. That's nice. All right. I've been stalling long enough. I've just been stalling because I'm like, I don't want to have to commit to drawing something again. Hmm. Because I think the watch one. Do I have any specific inspiration for my design? Um, just vaguely like, I don't know, vaguely fortune teller esque. Pretty much, I like the idea of having, my eyes not be on the character because I think it's neat. That works pretty well with fortune telling slash oracle in terms of like a narrative slash character design. And then the demon, I like demon. Demon is fun. And then, we got to be a little bit flashy. So you got the necklaces and stuff. And that's literally I wouldn't say there's any like direct character, like, I can name a character and be like, "That's an inspiration." It's more just a bunch of vibes put together. I'm kind of vibing out here. We be vibing. Do, 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 do. You also went the fortune teller? Wait, you did? Oh my god, Moikoi, now I'm copying you. I'm like a copier. But then you became dead fish. Wait, you gotta get a dead fish emote. There you go. Everyone wants a dead fish emote. Ba-bow, ba-bow, ba-bow. Du-du-du-du. All right. Um, I gotta commit to something. Left for a bit to eat, but you're back. Hello, fellas. How dare you go eat, Percy? Oh my god. I can't believe it. I wouldn't say copy. Not all fortune tellers are the same. Nah, they're all the same. They're all just a bunch of washed up losers. All right. I say, guess what's in my hand. But yeah, Percy, I don't know when you left, but this is the end result of the first drawing of today, which I'm pretty happy with. I kind of like it. I like it. Um, And I'm debating if I'm gonna do another one of this style, which I plan on putting on my panels, or if I'm gonna try and do some emotes, because emotes be hard, yo. Emotes do be hard because you have to like deal with constraints, you know? You can't have things too detailed. Otherwise, it's just incredibly fucked. Let's see. Especially actually now that I have the big eyes, how does it look if I use like a big eye style like this? And we go like I don't know that I could get away with using the flames in the emote necessarily, but and it's also you have to like, okay, how much of the face do I want to show, you know, versus other stuff, you know? I think I don't want to do emotes right now. Based on my my quick couple minutes of ruminating, I have decided I don't want to do emotes. I think we're gonna just do either overlay or another one of the wisp panels. Because the overlay, you know, we could have fun there. I don't have to do it all in one go. I can like do pieces, right? Because what I'm thinking is because we get like the pillows kind of like line the bottom section, you know? We get some nice fluffy pillows. We get some like colorations. Because I don't know if you've realized this, Chad. Maybe you've noticed this. Maybe you have. Maybe you haven't. But I do have a color scheme going here. You know, we have a bit of a color scheme here in the K-Tech channel. We got like a burgundy, and we got like a turquoise, and we got like a gold accent. All right. So I'm kind of trying to keep everything in that coloration. And so with the pillows, I kind of want to do like a pattern pillow where like one triangle thing here is burgundy, another one's like the turquoise, and then burgundy and turquoise probably, and maybe like a gold like a string on the end maybe. No way. I know, crazy, right? Imagine. You know what? I should change my colors to be what orange and brown. Orange brown, and then maybe I'll become a fish as well. Emotes sound boring to work on sometimes. You've been avoiding working on yours too. They can be fun. It's just like they're uh they're a lot to deal with, you know? He really do be color patterning. I know, it's crazy. It'd be crazy, yo. Hmm. Maybe I'll just do hmm. I kinda don't wanna do another one of these right now, so I'm gonna do the overlay. We're gonna fuck around with the overlay. Mandatory emo day for all of you. Force hold everyone at gunpoint. Everyone that Moikoi knows. Let's see. Okay. So what I'm thinking, right? I do want candles, but I'm gonna hide them for now. I really like how the pillow my pillow sketch looks though. I really like the outlines for those. Um, so I think I might work on the pillows first, because I think that is like a pretty easy thing to draw and define. And then because I want to figure out how I'm gonna like show the overlapping blankets on the floor or something, but I'm not entirely sigh, okay. See, Percy, you already have one right there. You just gotta do it again. It's that easy. It's that simple. Bow, bow, bow. But let's see. Mm, decisions. Stall or actually draw? Stall or draw? Hmm. Maybe I'll just draw the character again because that's pretty easy to just do. I already have a good reference. I guess I'll do it. I guess. All right. Let's get this set up. Let's get this bad boy going. All right. I'm gonna have to delete some of these layers. Boop. And then I put that one here. and make it into a group. Okay. You've been thinking about doing all or most of the ones you already have on top of completing the full amount available. Same. Same, same, same. Teehee. Bow, 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 bow. And then like another whole part of it is like you have to like uh have oh my god. You have to kind of have an idea of like what emotes you actually want in your chat, right? Like what kind of emotions you even want. Cuz some of them I can't even imagine using that much. So I try to like come up with ones that I think would actually get used, except for the cube emote. I just make that one cuz I think it's funny. I like that. I like cube. Everything becomes cube. All right, you know what? Actually, I lied. We're not doing this one. We're doing the overlay. We're working on the overlay. I've decided. I have decreed. Let me group everything into one giant thing so I can easily see what I'm working on. All right. So the curtains I have to figure out. See, this is the thing, chat. The way I've designed my overlay is such that it actually is like somewhat of a 3D space. So I need to figure out how I'm gonna do it because I think the curtains right now, I don't know if they're in the position I would want them to be in, right? Because the curtains are in front of the area where the pillows are, and I don't exactly want that, right? Because I'm thinking, because beforehand I had like a little piece of wood right here that was like it's like a I don't even know what to call it, a frame. That's the word. But now I'm thinking we're gonna turn the pillows into the frame, right? The pillows are now the frame, and they kind of frame the rest of the stuff for us. So if I were to go like this, right? Boom, 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 boom. And like maybe like one here, and then like one right here, like that. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, I guess it's supposed to be diagonally. Whoops. Trying to get an idea of how that would look, you know? Because I I don't want it to cover too much of the screen. Hmm. Should it be one giant row of pillows or should it just be like pockets of them? That's the real question. Hmm. I can have the curtains be a separate part in OBS and asset above the main overlay. You know what? That would be a good idea. That would be a good idea. I think the thing I'm trying to figure out right now is if I want the curtains in front of the pillows. Because if I do, because I do like your idea of having it all be separate assets, and I probably should be doing that now that I think about it. I should set it up that way. We're kind of digging the candles. I do want to have candles in it. I just don't like how I had them there. I want them to be. I also don't like the colors I chose for them. It's kind of shitty colors. I just want them to be more like spread out. I think right. So like maybe like have like a candle here, and then I don't know, like small candle like on the table. I have to figure out what I'm gonna put on the table, what I'm gonna make the table because I want there to be a table, or maybe I don't want there to be a table. You know, table or no table? That is the real question. Because if we get rid of the table, let's see, which of these layers is the table? I hate past me for not naming the layers. How fucking dare they? What an asshole. Let's see. Oh, I did. Never mind. Past me did label it. It's called table. They didn't label the color though. There we go. Mm, get this table optional. That's what I'm thinking, honestly. Like, I don't know if I like the table in this or not. You know, I don't know if I fuck with it. Maybe in the future I'll add the table, but I'll start with no table. And then the whole other thing, right? This is the real challenge, Chad. All right, is I like to sometimes when I'm drawing, I'm not doing it today, but when I'm drawing, I'll put like something up in the corner of the screen, like the duck simulator or whatever. Something dumb so you can just look at it every now and then, reset your brain like Subway Surface. Right? Okay, chat. I'm jingling the keys in front of everyone and including myself actually. But I need something to like put it on. But the thing is, I feel like I don't know if a TV would look I mean, it wouldn't look bad, but I also thought maybe we do like an orb. But I kind of like the TV more. I kind of prefer the TV. But then I got to figure out where would I put an on-screen chat if I were to have one, you know? I got to figure out all this stuff. So much stuff to deal with. Maybe it's the kind of table you had. Maybe. You trying to lobotomize you? Yeah, I am actually. I'm gonna put like a hypnosis subliminal messaging so that eventually you all like just become zombified. Right. And then I gotta figure out where I would put Wisp on the screen as well. They go over here. Mm, I mean they could, but I kind of like them behind. But I guess if we have the TV up there, I can't have them all the way up there. So I would need to put them down here probably. Mm, we'll see. I kind of like the TV more than the orb. The TV kind of clashes with it with the vibe a little bit, but not if I use like a retro, you know, tube TV, I think we can make it look not super weird, you know? I think we can make it look like it blends in and then I can put stuff on that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can make it work. I can make it work. And then let's see, where's the color for the curtain? Is that it? There it is. What I'm thinking is we get rid of the bottom part here. And then we take this. And then where does this color even go? I don't actually know. Let's find out. It goes here, apparently. Okay. And then we put pink all in this section. Like these. Boom. Select, deselect. Okay. So that would be with the curtains behind all the other stuff in this scenario, essentially. Which I kind of like. Hmm. Decisions, really. Many, many decisions to decide upon. I think I prefer it like that, yeah, especially because then it puts me in the foreground as well, and not, like, weirdly on top of the curtains. It kinda keeps the dimensions making sense. We're not bending reality too much, despite my great and awesome powers. Alright, but let's see. I think I'm gonna work on this another day, though, chat, because it's been about 2.5 hours, and I'm tired. 2.5 hours, that's my minimum, and I'm tired. So I think we're gonna chill after this. You think TVs can work as orbs? Exhibit A, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3, when Joseph uses hermit purple on the hotel TV to see. I just find it very funny. I don't know the full description of it. Let's see. I need to see the orb. I like it. I like it. Bro, you just got started? Well, no, no, no. Thank you very much, Moiko. I did finish one thing. I finished one thing. You need your cocoa melon? Oh my god. All right. I'll do like 30 more minutes. How about that? We can get another 30 minutes of cocoa melon. I got it because I haven't streamed for like so long. I got to get my throat back into it. My throat is sore. I suffer. Yippee! Yippee! All right. Um. So I'm gonna work on the pillows first, I think. We're gonna make the pillow assets, and then we'll figure out other shit. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take all of this and then like super duper um make it opacity really low. When you put it that way, it kind of freak. Okay, you're the one interpret. Y'all a bunch of freaks. All right, y'all a bunch of freaks. I'm just a little guy living his life. All right, don't lump me in with y'all. All right. Let's see. Here we go with the pillows. So if we do, let's make the pillows here. So we go like this. Whoop. Actually, do I want? Hmm. I guess I start with like one coming over here like this. Oops. I need to. Maybe I should turn on the stabilizer for this one. Actually, yeah, I probably should. Oh, these colors make it really hard to lock in. All right, let's try this so I can actually see what I'm drawing on this time. Get rid of that. There we go. And then this will just slightly change the color like that. There we go. All right, cool. See, I'm debating how thick do I want the lines to be? Because I feel like this is size 12 if I do this size, but I feel like that's a bit too thick. But at the same time, I don't know if it is. You know, how many C's do we need for the line weight? I'm not sure, boss. You know, I ain't sure. It's one of the greatest questions we must ask ourselves of the century. What if I do that? That looks pretty interesting. And then we just do like boop, boop, this. Add a little bit of little strings on the side here. Make it look fancy. Boop, 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 boop. Look at that. What weight do I have for the rest of the scene? Just do like 2 points below it. Holy heck, you can't. Don't worry, I can't ever spell. Spelling is illegal for me. I'm just trying to see what, because I think the thing is, my own character, like my current iteration of myself, the lines are pretty thick. Eventually, I want to thin them a little bit, but oh god, voice crack. Everybody point and laugh. I should, I should, I should like get clips of myself with the voice cracking and make that like a redeem. I could see that being a redeem. I could definitely imagine that working. And then we go like this. Boop. Actually, what if we have it come down on the inside, and then it kind of like that kind of like shows that it helps look a little bit different. Maybe I don't know. I don't know, boss. I kind of like it actually, but at the same time, I think I got to do it differently to really make it work. See, now this, I kind of like this one, like this, and then that goes there, and then this one goes here. That looks pretty good. I like that. Fellas, how does this sound? We have a forced drawing stream to do emotes, but we can be in voice chat to make us work on our stuff together. No, I'm never, I'm never work. No, 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 no. One thing I know for a fact, I cannot be in voice chat with anyone. Talking to chat is already a challenge enough when I'm with me drawing, but voice chat makes me, like, actually cease to exist. How do I like these pillows? I think they're alright for now. I guess I can add some more. Let's see, what if we add let's see, what do I want this pillow to look like? I guess I gotta figure out the shape. Understandable, have a nice day. Mm, see, I don't know if I want all the pillows in one giant line. I don't think they would look very good. I think it looks better when they're, like, grouped up in, like, groups of, like, 3 or 4. But then I don't know what I would put in these gaps. But you know what? That's a future me problem, so hashtag not my problem. Oh, I kinda like how that one looks, actually. Wait a second. If I do this then, boom, 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 and then we go like boom, 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 boom. Maybe like this. Boom, boom, boom. And then we put this here, and then we go like boom, 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 and boom. Let's cut this line off a bit down here. So we emphasize the pillow. You're down for it. You're just go nonverbal the entire time. Gonna invite Ella to hold her at gunpoint. Yeah, I think okay. I think having the pillows in like sets of threes is best. Although I don't know if I like my latest pillow I drew. I don't think it's as good as the other two. I think it leaves something to be desired. Mm, what if we put like that, and then one here, like this, like that. Oh, this is getting a bit messy right there, though. I don't like that at all. No, 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 no. No, siree. We can't be having that. We go like this. Okay, now this, wait a second. This might be it, chat. This might be the shape that I was looking for. The shape that we all desire for all pillows everywhere. Like this, maybe? Mm, oh, but the line's still kind of fucked over here is the problem. See, I don't like how it crosses over. It crosses over the things here and it makes it all ruined. It ruins it. It's a goddamn tragedy, is what it is. What if I just do like that and then kind of like come down like this, maybe? How's this look? No, that's not working either. I might just have to move these ones here into a different position. That might be the move. Yeah, that's probably the move. So we go like, oh God, what the hell? What the heck happened there? All right. Yeah, I think we still want it to face on the outside for the little strings, even though it kind of makes no sense. But oh well. Um, Yeah, that looks better. That looks way better. And then over here, we can kinda complete this pillow like this. Oops, like that. Maybe gotta, like, slightly puff it out. There we go. That looks better. Alright. I think that's a good, like, set of pillows right there. And then I'll just make, like, a couple like, another set of pillows over here, perhaps? And then we'll color them in. And then and then maybe we can have the candles be in between, so, like, we'll have, like, another set of pillows over here, like, whatever, right? And then we have, like, some candles like this maybe, and then it's like, "Ooh, flame," and then another candle. Have some stacks of candles so that we have some variety in heights, you know? And then, like, another one over here or whatever. And then we could have, like, another set over here like this, maybe? I gotta put on my interior design, thinking cap. Alright, I gotta bring out my interior decorator. You ever see, like, looks like some good pillows to you? Yeah, real good sleeping on. You ever seen, like, the male living space subreddit? That subreddit actually pisses me off sometimes, alright? Sometimes I hate it. Sometimes it's great, but usually I hate it. I'm like, "Oh my god, this room fucking looks awful. You could easily fix it." Number one tip, number one K-Tech tip, don't use fluorescent white lighting. You get a lamp, get a warm colored lamp. It makes everything look 10 times better. Like, even just doing that makes everything so much better. And then maybe have, like, some smaller candles on the floor as well, like this. Nah, you need your shit to look like the back rooms. Moikoi, if you actually do, I'm gonna judge you so harshly, actually. For real. For no joke. Okay. I think that's like a good potential. Maybe we have the pillow go all the way across actually. We just don't have it on the sides. We keep them like off the sides here. So we can kind of go like this maybe. Yeah, I think I like that actually. One second, let's see. So if we were to like delete these candles here from existence and then pretend that we had some more pillows here. Boop 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 boop. Yeah, I think that might be good. Office building lighting. Yeah, you can handle it, but those back rooms SEPs might not be able to. What, the fluorescent lighting? Disgusting. You disgust me. Okay, I like this layout for the pillows. I think I'm gonna follow up on that eventually. Now that I vaguely set up that layout, I want to figure out some other things. 'Cause essentially, this is my second draft of it. Um, let's see, call that pillows. Oops, pillows plural. There we go. Um, so the thing is, for myself, right? My glorious self. Everyone loves me. But I got to figure out where I'm going to be, how I want it to be, because I'm thinking either I just let it be in the just kind of there without doing anything special, or I could make like I don't know, I could make like a bean bag, you know? IRL, I don't have a couch. I have beanbags, legitimately. Although I don't know how I would really like indicate it's a beanbag. I think that's my big struggle. Is I don't know how to indicate that very well. Hmm. Nah, you judgment. I am judgment. I am death. Oh, actually, crazy tangent. Completely unrelated to literally everything we've been talking about though. Judgment makes me think Judge Dredd, specifically Judge Dredd, the movie that came out in 2012, not the Stallone one. That one's garbage. All right. I'm not really that much of a movie person, but Judge Dredd, the 2012 version, one of the best movies of all time. All right. I love it. It's great. Highly recommend. It's just pure it's not pure bloody action necessarily, but it's just a lot of action, gritty, pretty good story as well. Highly recommend if you want some like dystopian action movie thing. I could probably reference off of beanbag chairs for a bit to nail it. Yeah, I just got to look at my own chairs. I think it's just the line art to like indicate like the depression of it. That's the hard part for me, but I think I could probably do it. If I play my cards right, you know? Like, I think it wouldn't look bad. I just don't know if it's worth doing. You said it was Judgment Dread? Nah, nah, Judge, like the job, Dread, like Dredd. So, or you could just spell the actual word and it will probably autocorrect. But that was a sick movie because essentially it's based on like a comic book series, which is like the comics are far more wacky than the movie. The movie's like takes itself seriously, but the comic books are like because essentially the world is like a comically bad dystopia, is what it is, and so yeah. But one of my favorite movies. Also, with other K-Tech recommendations, I don't watch many TV shows, but one of my TV show recommendations, Black Sails. It's like a pirate. Think Game of Thrones, but slightly less dark and pirates, and that's Black Sails. The first season, it's pretty good. It's a little bit cringe, but the second and third seasons, oh my god, they're so good. They're so good. So good. That's my other recommendation. Anyways, I should get back to focusing on my drawing. Literally doing everything but drawing, making as many distractions as I can. Quick, smoke bomb, bam. Oh, I should make that a redeem. That would be a fun. Well, not a redeem. I don't think it would make sense for chat to smoke bomb me, but I should be able to like hit a hotkey and then put a smoke bomb for myself and disappear. Oh, I could add that to the when I like go to the BRB screen. I smoke bomb, boom. That could work. I can see it. The ideas, they flow into my head. I'm in the flow state, the mythical flow state. All right, and then we get that, and then so now I could put the curtains like this, right? It's kind of like okay, and then they would come down like this, probably. I think. Sure, why not? And then kind of like that. This that would be curtains there, and then we have bigger curtains on the side here, like these, and then that comes down as well. But then this curtain up here will also have a TV in front of it. The overlay, K, the overlay. All right, Dad. Jesus Christ. Forget about the overlay, people. All right? We don't need the overlay. The overlay is temporary. Shenanigans are forever. Let's see. Do. What if I made the candles a gift so that the flame could move a bit? Honestly, good idea. I might do that. We'll see. I'll have to think about that part when we get to when we get to finalizing things. Yeah, now that I look at this, I think I want thinner line weight. Yeah, I think I need thinner lines in the end. I don't like how thick it is. It's a bit too thick. Hmm. Well, this is my sketch 2.0 anyways, so not that big a deal. And then I got to make room for the TV. So we got to get the TV like how they have it set up in Smiling Friends. RIP Smiling Friends. And then we kind of go like this, like that, and then we kind of like just have a little line here just to indicate that it's going further away. Boom. There we go. Actually, wait. I need to get rid of more than that. Whoops. Meow. There we go. So then we have the TV as well. I think I need to add a couple more things to the TV. I feel like I need something that like hanging off the TV, you know? Maybe like some beads. Yeah, I could see like some beads hanging off the TV. Why not? Or something. I don't fucking know, dude. We'll put something there. We'll put something to make it a little bit more than just a giant rectangle. Okay. I think that looks good. I think this is a good setup. Now, where would I put Wisp in this situation? Because I originally wanted Wisp kind of like behind me here, right? Right. But I think that makes the right side of the screen too busy. Beads are a good touch. All right. Maybe I'll add those back in. We'll see. But I think need something that like hangs off the edge here, I think. Or like, you know, pretties up the TV a little bit. Little logo, maybe a video port in the front. Oh, like a fake logo with the letter K for KTEG, KTEG brand television. Ah, yes, of course, of course. Um, maybe W for Wisp. I don't know. We'll see. When I think of the beads, it reminds me of like my my freaking like granny's place. She would have like beads in all the doorways and stuff. Let's see. I think I'm happy with most of these things, and then we would have like if I were to do a chat, it would probably be over here, right? Chat, blah 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 blah. Right? They can yap over there, which means Wisp would probably be over here. I feel like Wisp may or may not become a TTS stand-in. We'll see. Um, do 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 do. Yeah, that actually might. Yeah, you know what? That kind of works. I think that works. Mm, yeah, I think that's good. Um, okay, cool. Seems good to me. Uh, yeah, so I'm liking how that layout works, and then the rest of this, there would be a small section like right here where this would technically be like its own little thing. It wouldn't be part of the screen, so I'd have to figure out. I guess I'd just make it dark probably, and then same thing over here. Maybe like make that dark too. It's kinda like we're doing, like, a movie night, you know? This overlay makes me feel like it's movie night. You know, like those VR chat worlds? I'm actually just creating a VR chat world. Another random tangent, actually. Eventually, I think it would be cool to make a VR chat world for myself, for my own little home world. That would be kinda sick. But that's like a believe it or not, that's like a distant future plan 'cause, I would have to I'm working on 3D modeling for some things right now, but I would have to learn a lot more, a lot more for that. Bum, 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 bum. I'm like an amateur of all trades, jack of none. Like I was coming along, thanks, Percy. Making it kind of based like a VR chat world would be perfect. Yeah, that's kind of. I think I'm gonna use that as my inspiration. generally for all my stuff for now. So one thing I will say about this, I kind of, hmm, I feel like I need something up here, but at the same time, I think if I put, oh wait, never mind. I solved my own problem with that scribble. This is okay. Once again, I'm gonna copy something that I do for my actual apartment IRL. You put like these kind of lights up top here, like the ones that like hang down like that. Boom. There you go. Maybe that's a bit too busy. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. I don't know, boss. But I think it's chill. I might need to move the pillows down a bit so we have more room for the screen itself. Let's see. What if we move the pillows down even more? I think that's good. I think that's pretty good. And I think part of it is that the chat log makes it look like it takes up a lot of the screen. Yeah, having the chat over there does. But the chat would likely be like somewhat transparent, so it wouldn't actually take that much of the screen. So it wouldn't be too bad, I think. Okay, I think this is like I think I'm generally happy. Actually, one second. I'm forgetting the most important part of this. One second. There we go. Duck on screen. Very important that I draw the duck. Very, very important that I do that. Otherwise, no one would know what we're watching. You gotta know what we're watching, chat. Come on. All right, cool. Now that I've done the sketch though, this is the problem, chat. This is the problem with finishing a basic sketch is that now I gotta actually do other stuff. I actually have to render it further. And I really don't wanna do that because that's work. That's work, chat. I don't wanna work. I just gotta stall for 6 more minutes, and then Moikoi can't say that I didn't give him 30 more minutes. So, maybe we're gonna yap for, like, another 6 minutes about whatever without actually implementing anything, really, you know? Leave it on a cliffhanger. You gotta keep the people wanting. Let's see. I guess I can just spend the time figuring out how thin I want the lines to look. I think 8 pixels might be a good amount. Yeah, I think 8 pixels seems good. Let's see. If I do this, and then boop bop boop bop beep, boop bop beep, boop bop beep, and boop bop beep. How's that look if I get rid of that? Yeah, I think 8 pixels are pretty good. Nah, bum. Give throw some lines on there. I just did. I threw a couple lines on there. There you go. What if the chat's passed by the bottom, like how on the news there's a little strip of words that says random news things? Maybe I might do that. I'm still honestly not sure I would even add a chat at all. I don't really want to bother with having to moderate chat being on screen. To be honest, I mostly just want Wisp on the thing because I want Wisp to be able to do redeems and stuff because I think that would be fun. Um. So yeah, honestly, maybe just hide the chat part of the. Oh God, which layer is it? I didn't name my layers. Oh no. Oh no. I can't believe he's done this. Oh, there it is. So if we get rid of this part, boom, put it on its own layer, hide it. Then we move this here. There we go. Yeah, I think this looks pretty good. Yeah, I probably won't ever have chat on screen, realistically, because I hate all of you. That's why. That's the reasoning. It's real and true. Let's see. What does it look like if I do, oops, the thinner line sketch, just to get an idea of how that might look? Maybe I'll spend some time sketching out the candles some more, getting an idea of how I want those to look. Because I think some of them are gonna be somewhat off screen actually, with the current setup. No, people said, I'm sorry, chat. That's just how it is. I'm telling you the truth. I know you hate to hear it, but it's the cold hard truth. Also, ads are about to start in probably 4 minutes, so I'm gonna end stream before then. So, chat, I think this is where we stop for tonight. This is where my story must end. I may or may not stream tomorrow around the same time. Probably doing art again if I do stream. But have a good night. I am going to go stare at a wall for a couple minutes to decompress because that's my favorite activity, really and true. But anyways, bye bye, bye bye, bye 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 bye.